brand name, we can say. So whenever you are choosing any of the brand name, then it is the first element that consumer recognizes, we can say. That consumer is always recognizing through the name, we can say, right? And catchy brand names will be registered into the minds of the customer immediately, we can say. If your brand names is not that much catchy, right, then it will not register into the minds of the consumers immediately, right? So as an estimate, we can say that 300 million companies in the world, means there are approximately 300 million companies, more than 300 million companies. So we can say that 300 million brands are being there, and among them the biggest brand is Apple and Coca-Cola, and others are doing only 1% of business. So 1% of business means it is getting very hard to create a unique name, right? So if you're creating a unique name, then the branding will be there, and the branding will be there, then of course the percentage of your business will increase, right? So in this particular name game, so you have to, how you create a great brand name. So how you play with the name game, we can say. So if you want to play with this particular name game, then there are 3 steps which are being there. There are particularly 3 steps which are being there, right? So the first step is select the type of name you want. Select the type of name you want. Basically, the type of name all over around the world is of 7 different categories of names are being there, right? So the first type of name is eponymous. Eponymous is a kind of name which is being made, means brand name is being made in the means in means we can say that eponymous is a one kind of name which is being done on the basis of their founders or by some of the donors or whatever, but it is on the name of somebody. Then we can say the first type of name is eponymous name. So here you can see that eponymous names like this Disney, right? Berry, right? Burberry, Vogue, right? So it is been there on the names of their founders. It is basically been named on the basis of their founders, and these names are okay enough and they are working also very good, right? But the name of Adidas, right, came from the founder that is known as Adolf Eddie Dassler, right? And how he has made this particular name, that is he used his nickname Eddie, right? And the first 3 letters of his last name, that is Dassler, and he has added Des, that is Eddie Des. And to create this, he has created this particular name. He has not means given that much of the time to make a brand name, but he has made this particular name in this way, right? Tesla is a surname of a Serbian inventor, that is Nikola Tesla, and the name of the Tesla is been there on the name of the surname of that particular inventor, right? So these are the names which are coming from the founders or from the inventors, right? So this is the first type of name, but this names has been means very easily we can say created, right? Then we can say it is known as a eponymous. Another kind of name of a brand name is descriptive. Descriptive means that is Indian Airlines, hometown, the home depot. This all brands exactly work what the company does. Work by telling exactly what the company does. But these names can be mouthful and much harder to protect. because it is very simple names. Hometown, anybody can use this particular thing, that home up or home down. If I want to use, I can use it very easily, right? So the second type of brand name is descriptive. Third type of name is acronymic. Acronymic means the name of the brand is being converted into shorthand version, Say for example, GE, General Electrics. KFC, how this KFC has been came into picture. That is how, why this KFC? Because Kenchi fried chicken. Kentenchi fried chicken. It has been switched to KFC. Why? Because fried chicken doesn't sound too healthy. And this HSBC, how this HSBC has been came into existence? That is Homecoming Shanghai Bank, right? Homecoming Shanghai Bank. As they want to increase globally, they want to grow globally, they want to expand globally. So they have converted this particular thing to HSBC, right? So the third type is acronymic, right? The fourth type is suggestive. Into suggestive, again, there are three types. So the first type is real word. Brand name can be a real word. Real word means, that is, here you can see Uber. Uber is a dictionary word. It literally means outstanding. It literally means outstanding. So you have to work outstanding also, and the company is doing so. That is fine enough, right? Another type in suggestive brand name is, that is, composite name. Composite name. Say for example, Facebook means Facebook. Then Ray-Ban are created by googling two words together, and this name can be really memorable when two words are being coming together, right? And as I've told, in Uber, that is in real world kind of brand name, it is very hard to find the dictionary name. So some of the companies are also using invented name. The third type in the suggestive brand name type is invented names. Means the companies are inventing by themselves by adding some of the character or removing some of the character. Say for example, interest was there, they have added P, that is pin interest, right? So the another type of brand name is suggestive. The fourth fifth type is associative. Here you can see Amazon is there, right? So Amazon is the we can say South America's world largest river, we can say, right? And therefore the earth biggest selection of the books is been there, close content is been there, and so on, and many of the things is been available at, that is from A to Z, it has been available at Amazon, we can say, right? And here you can see Red Bull. It shows the confidence, it shows the qualities, and means here whatever the brand name has been there, you are associating it with that. So sometimes the brand name has been also been done by associative way. Another type of brand name is different language. Means sometimes the language is also being used in the brand name. Say for example, Samsung. Samsung is not an English word. It is a Korean word, which means that is 3-star in Korean. And that's why they have given the name Samsung. Lego, right? Lego in Spanish is known as let's play, but it is not an English word, right? So it has not been so that you should give only English words, but whenever you are using different language, you have to keep in mind that whatever the language you are using, it should not have different meaning into different country, because your brand is going somewhere, because your brand or brand elements is to be transferable along with your brand, right? So the most important and the last last type of the brand name is abstract. That is Kodak, Rolex, right? These are the abstract which is being given. That is, and this type doesn't have any of the intrinsic meaning, but it relies on the power of a phonetic way, in a phonetic way to create a particular, we can say, powerful brand names. In a phonetic way, the words is being selected. Kodak, deck means, okay, we are clicking. Rolex, right? In a phonetic way, the words is being chosen. Then it is known as an abstract. Then it is known as an abstract type. So these are the 7 categories of brand name. And these are the types of the names where you can find, that is, any brand name you can take, it is coming into any of these 7 categories. So the first step is select which type of brand name you want to go for it. Second step in the name game is decide what you want the name to say. What you want the name to say means what actually you want to name your brand. If you are selecting particular type, then you are going to select the name of how you are going to say. Now here, whenever you are saying, then either it will be descriptive plus functional, means who you are or what you are or from where you are. It might be like this whenever you are descriptive plus functional. So this is the first type that you can means name your brand name. The another type, whenever you are actually naming, can be idea plus emotion, means you are applying your ideas and emotions together. Say for example, Nike is been showing a swoosh, that is, it is showing that it is giving what can say, that is, sportsman a winning attitude, right? Then Apple is showing the simplicity, that if you want the simplicity, then go for Apple. And Google is having lot many 100 zeros. Now this 100 zeros means it is collecting all the world's information together. That's why it is having, after Google, 0000 is been there. So how you are using means you are taking ideas and emotions together, or descriptive and functions together. So these are the 2 ways you can name your brand name. And after doing so, then whatever the name you have selected, then you have to check that name is available or not, because every minute the companies are coming, they are doing, means they are registering their brand names. So you have to first of all check it, whether whatever we are thinking of our brand name, whether it is means available or not, or whenever we are going for registration, if it is not been available, then you have to do all the procedure again, right? So the best thing is here is, that is the brand name that you are selecting, and it is the most, we can say, the first element that brand consumers recognizes, right? The first element is brand name. Here also I want to show you one video, that is, there are some secrets behind brand names also. So I want to show you that particular video. Please have a look on this particular video.
"16 Secrets Behind Famous Brand Names and Logos." The names and logos of these brands are more than just some drawings with fancy fonts around them. Each of them tells a story. From Chupa Chups to Cadillac, are you ready to find out the secrets behind them? Then hit that thumbs up and get ready to be amazed. 16. Disney. The logo of the most well-known animation studio in the world has always been a fairy tale castle, while the original prototype was inspired by the Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany. The Cinderella Castle in Disneyland's Paris location took its place in 2006. The new logo has references to Pinocchio, Mary Poppins, Peter Pan, and even Walt Disney's family crest. By the way, the new logo premiered along with Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. 15. Lego. The name of this Denmark-based toy company comes from the Danish phrase "leg godt," which means play well. The company motto translates as "only the best is good enough," and they stay true to it. The blocks are made with precision within 2,000th of a millimeter, and only 18 pieces in a million are wasted. 14. Pepsi. We all know it today as Pepsi, but its original name was Brad's Drink. Caleb Bradham created it in 1893 and so humbly named it after himself. 5 years later, it was renamed Pepsi Cola. The word actually derives from dyspepsia, which means indigestion. Not the most refreshing word to choose for the name of a beverage. As for its logo, it's undergone a lot of upgrades through the years, but it's always been a subject of controversy and conspiracy theories. 13. Fanta. Max Keith, the head of Coca-Cola's branch in Germany during World War II, decided to make a new product. In order to think of a name for it, Keith collaborated with his employees and asked them to use their imagination. The German word for imagination is fantasy. Joe Nip, one of the staff members present, was suddenly inspired and shouted, "Fanta!" 12. Chupa Chups. Any guesses what this brand name means? Sweet, round, or maybe delicious? All a nice guess, but they're way off. The name actually comes from the Spanish verb chupar, which means to suck. The original brand logo was just the word chups, but in 1969, its creator, Spaniard Enric Bernat, hired a professional to design a better logo. He picked the most famous surrealist artist in the world, Salvador Dali. This eccentric painter put the brand name on a bright yellow daisy and insisted the logo be placed on top of the wrapper so that everyone could see it. 11. Nintendo. There are two possible options on how to translate the name of this famous Japanese video game company. According to one of them, the three Japanese characters Nintendo mean leave luck to heaven. The other possible translation is the Temple of Free Hanafuda. That's because Nintendo started in 1889 as a manufacturer of Japanese playing cards, known as Hanafuda. Years later, it started making video games and consoles. 10. Pandora. Danish jewelry house Pandora turned to mythology for name inspiration. Pandora means the all-gifted in ancient Greek. According to the myth, Zeus ordered the creation of Pandora, the first human woman, to punish people for stealing the secret of fire from Prometheus. The founders of Pandora definitely know the secret of success, since they went from a little family shop to one of the most successful jewelers in the world. The elegant crown over the letter O in the logo is there as a promise of excellent royal quality, perhaps to make every woman feel like a queen. 9. Haagen-Dazs. Ice cream fans all over the world have probably always wondered what in the heck Haagen-Dazs means. Thumbs up if you're one of them. It sounds like something cool in Danish or maybe the name of the founder, but in fact, it doesn't mean anything. The company's creator, Ruben Mattis, made the name up so that it sounded like something Scandinavian. It definitely fits the brand's slogan, made like no other. We're halfway through the list, but we've got tons more coming your way. From cars to condoms to blue jeans, keep watching for more surprising stories behind your favorite ancestor, French explorer. Get ready for this. Antony Lamet de la Mothe, Sour de Cadillac. The famous crest on the logo was derived from his coat of arms. By the way, durability, reliability, and the brand. As for the instantly recognizable red logo, it's a way more amusing. Now you know. 5. eBay. The founder of eBay, Pierre Amadire, created the first version of his website when he still worked at Echo Bay Technology Group in Echo Bay, Nevada. Amadire wanted to register the site name as echobay.com, but that domain was already in use, so he had to shorten it to ebay.com. Yet many believe that eBay stands for Electronic Bay. Now you know. 4. Samsung. Sam in Korean means 3, and Sung stands for star. So Samsung translates as 3 stars. And why 3? According to the company's founder, the number 3 stands for something great, numerous, and powerful. But Samsung hasn't always been an electronics company. It entered that industry only in the 1960s, 30 years after its creation. Before that, it dealt with pretty much everything like trading, food processing, textiles, and even insurance. 3. Sega. Sega stands for Service Games of Japan. The company started out in Hawaii supplying pinball machines to military bases there. But 10 years later, in 1950, founders Raymond Lemaire and Richard Stewart moved the company's headquarters to Tokyo, Japan. Today, it's the top arcade manufacturer in the world, with over 500 games produced since 1981. And thank you, Sega, for my happy childhood playing Sonic for hours on end. 2. Audi. The Audi logo might seem like an open and shut case at first glance, but it's not all that simple. Each circle symbolizes one of the 4 founding companies in 1932. Horch, Audi, DKW, and Wanderer. August Horch, the creator of the first 2 founding companies, wanted to go down in history, so he named his company after himself. And what's the connection between Horch and Audi? Well, Horch has the same root as the word listen in German, and Audi means the same thing in Latin. 1. Alfa Romeo. The Alfa Romeo logo has a very deep historical meaning. The red cross comes
So we have seen that there are many of the brand names which are been there and which are very famous. There are many of the secrets behind them also, right? So this is all about the brand name.